Hi, good morning, students. Welcome to our online class. In previous class, we have discussed about Indian water resources. In that, we have discussed about various sources of water in India. Okay. Now, in this class, we are going to discuss about land resources of India or Indian land resources. Okay. Let us begin with the introduction. How water is one of the precious natural resources, like that this land is also one of the important natural resource. Okay, because the overall development of the country is depending on that land. Okay, so land is one of the most important natural resources of the resource of the country, and its proper use is very essential for the growth of a country. Okay, which country has a fertile land, normally in that country the agriculture develops. Okay, the agriculture develops. When the agriculture of a country develops, it provides sufficient food grain to the country, and it helps to develop other industries also in the country. Okay, so first, before discussing about land utilization of a country, first we should know the meaning of meaning and definition of this land utilization. Okay, the first, the distribution of land for different purposes, or the distribution of land for different uses, such as forestry, cultivation, factors, industries, for dwelling purposes, etc., is called as a land use or land utilization. It's very important. What do you mean by land use or land utilization? The distribution of land for different uses or for different purposes, such as forestry, industry, agriculture, cultivation, pastures, or for dwelling purposes, etc., is called as a land use or land utilization. Okay, just to keep in your mind, land use or land utilization means the distribution of land for different uses or different purposes, such as agriculture, industry, forestry, fractures, or dwelling purposes, etc., is called as a land use or land utilization. That is the meaning and definition of land use or land utilization. And it is determined by various factors such as relief features, climate, soil, natural vegetation, population density or density of population, socio-economic culture, and technical factors. These are the factors which influence on the use of land. Okay, which are the factors which influence on the use of land? Relief features, climate, soil, population density, socio-economic culture, and technology. Okay, these are the factors which influence on the use of land. Next, classification. In India, the land use pattern can be classified into seven categories. Okay, in India, the land use pattern can be classified into seven categories. Okay, in India, land used pattern can be classified into seven categories. They are: first one, net area zone, net area zone. Second one, forest area. Third one, land not available for cultivation. Land not cultivation. Net area zone, forest area, land not available for cultivation. Fourth one, fallow land or wasteland. Fallow land or wasteland. Fifth one, cultivable wasteland. Cultivable wasteland. Sixth one, permanent pastures and other grazing lands. Sixth one, permanent pastures and other grazing land. Permanent pasture and other grazing land. Land under miscellaneous uses. Seventh one, land under miscellaneous miscellaneous land under miscellaneous uses. These are the it is the classification of land use pattern. Okay, in India, the land use pattern can be classified into seven categories. They are as follows. First one is net area zone. It means in total available area, how much area is used for agriculture purposes. Okay. Next, forest area. In total available land, how much area is used for forest or to for growing forest. Okay. Next, land not available for cultivation and fallow land, cultivable wasteland. Sixth one, permanent patches and other grazing land. And last one, land under miscellaneous uses. It is the land use pattern of India. Okay, in India, land use pattern can be classified into seven categories. They are as follows. Okay, the first one about land area. So, okay, what do you mean by land area? So, it includes land that can be used for cultivate crops. Now, like I told you, net area sown means land that can be used for cultivate crops. Okay, the land that can be used for to cultivate crops. Okay, the land that can be used to cultivate crops. That land is called as net area. So, okay, the land used to cultivate crops. Okay. Netting area so means the land that is used to cultivate crops. Okay. That is called as net area. So okay, it will include that can be used to cultivate crops. That is called as net area. So this category is very important in an agriculture country like India. Net area so means the land that is used to cultivate crops. That land is called as a net area zone. But this net area zone land is very important in agriculture country like India. Why? Because in India agriculture is the backbone of the country, and more than 65% of Indians are completely depending on agriculture. Okay, so that's why this category of land is very important in an agricultural country like India. Okay, and it accounts for about 42.42 percentage of the total reported area of India. How much area comes under net area zone? 42.42 percentage of land comes under net area zone. Okay, it means in total available land, 42.42 percentage of land we are using for agriculture. Okay, especially to grow the crops. Okay, 42.42 percentage of land we are using for to cultivate the crops. Okay, in total available land we are using 42.42 percentage of land to cultivate the crops. Okay, however it is not evenly distributed all over the country. 42.42 percentage of land we are using for cultivate the crops, but it is not equally distributed all over the country. Okay, because in some area wasteland is there, in some other area fertile land is there, like that. Okay, the highest proportion is found in the states of Punjab. Highest net area zone land is located in Punjab. Okay, so the highest proportion of net area zone is found in the states of Punjab, Haryana, West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, and in Kerala. In these Indian states, the highest proportion of net area zone is found. Okay, Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, and in Kerala. Okay, it's very important. In which Indian states the highest proportion of net area zone is found? It is highest it is found in the states of Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, and in Kerala. Okay, and it is least in the northeastern states and medium in other states. Okay, it is highest found in the states of Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, and in Kerala. But it is least found in eastern states of India. Okay, northeastern states. Okay, it is least found in northeastern states of India and medium in other states. Okay, is it clear? Net area zone land. Okay, now we are talking about net area zone land. It is highest found in the states of Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, and in Kerala, but least in the northeastern states and medium in other states. Okay, this is about net area. So, okay. Next, forest second distribution, second classification or land utilization pattern, that is forest area. See about that. In India, only 22.8 percentage of the total reported area is under forests. It's very important. In India, how much forest area is there? 22.8 percentage. Yes, in India, 42.42 percentage land is using for cultivate the crops, or land is using to cultivate the crops. But in India, only 22.8 percentage land is covered by forests. Okay, that is the recorded forest area in India, 22.8 percentage. It is high in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands and in the northeastern states. Highest forest area is found in Andaman and Nicobar Islands and in the northeastern states. Okay, and it is highest in northeastern states of India. Is it clear? Forest area in India, only 22.8 percentage land is covered by forests, but it is the highest in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands and in the northeastern states of India. Okay, in here it is highest in Andaman and Nicobar Islands and in the northeastern states of India. And it is least in the states of Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan, and Gujarat. Where in the, which Indian states least forest area is found? Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, and Gujarat. In which Indian states least forest area is found? Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, and in Gujarat. Okay, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, and in Gujarat, least forest area is found. Where it is found in Andaman and Nicobar Islands and northeastern states. This is about forest area. Next, land not available for cultivation. Land is there, but it is not available for cultivation. Land used for non-agricultural purposes like human settlements, roads, railways, canals, mountains, sandy waste, etc. come under this category. Land not available for cultivation. Land is there, that is eligible, that is eligible to grow crops, but that land we are using for other than agricultural purposes like dwelling purposes. It means to construct the buildings, houses, roads, railway lines, canals, and other purposes. Okay, or to construct the dams, etc. That type of land comes under this land not available for cultivation category. Okay, land used for non-agricultural purposes like human settlements or for dwelling purposes or for construction of houses, buildings, dams, etc. Okay, railway lines, roads, mountain, etc. And mountains are covered, sandy waste is there, like that. Okay, all this comes under land not available for cultivation category. Nearly 14.1 percentage of the total reported area of the country belongs to this category. How much? Yeah, how much land comes under land not available for cultivation? Merely 14.1 percentage of land comes under this category. Okay. It is largely found in Assam, Manipur, and Sikkim. In these three Indian states, land not available for cultivation category of land is found. Okay, in which Indian state largely land not available for cultivation is found. Okay, it is largely found in Assam, Manipur, and Sikkim, but it is low proportion in Goa, Kerala, Odisha, and Maharashtra. Okay, it is largely found in Manipur, Assam, and Sikkim. Okay, in Assam, Manipur, and in Sikkim, it is largely found, but it is least in Kerala, Goa, Odisha, and Maharashtra. Okay, this is about land not available for cultivation. Okay, where it is largely found in Assam, Manipur, and Sikkim. Assam, Manipur, and Sikkim, but it is leastly found in Goa, Kerala, Maharashtra, and Odisha. Okay. Next about fallow land or wasteland. It refers to the land which is not used for cultivation. Fallow land means it refers to the land which is not used for cultivation. It accounts to 8.2 percentage of the reported area. How much percentage of fallow land is there? 8.2 percentage land. 8.2 percentage land. 8.2 percentage reported land comes under fallow land. It is largely found in Mizoram, where in which Indian state only fallow land is found in Mizoram, Tamil Nadu, Meghalaya, and less in Tripura, Puducherry, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. In which Indian state fallow land is largely found in Mizoram, Tamil Nadu, and in Meghalaya. Okay, in these three Indian states, largely fallow land is found. Okay, in which Indian state largely fallow land is found in Mizoram, in Mizoram, Meghalaya, Meghalaya, and in Tamil Nadu. Okay, in these three Indian states, largely fallow land is found. In Mizoram, Meghalaya, and in Tamil Nadu. Okay, Mizoram, Meghalaya, and in Tamil Nadu, it is largely found, but it is less in Tripura, Puducherry or Pondicherry, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Okay, this is about fallow. Next, cultivable wasteland. It includes the land which is not taken up for cultivation due to certain soil deficiencies. Cultivable wasteland. It means land available, the land is available to cultivate, but due to some deficiency in the soil, that land is not used for cultivation. Okay. It includes the land which is not taken up for cultivation due to certain soil deficiencies. It is extensive in the states of Meghalaya, Goa, Nagaland, and Rajasthan. In order to grow crops in any type of land, that land soil must be include some organic nutrients. If there is a deficiency of organic nutrients in that soil, means it is not possible to grow any crops in that soil. Okay, here land is available for cultivation, but in that land deficiency of nutrients is there, organic nutrients. So that's why that land is not used for cultivate the crops. Such a type of land is largely found in Mizoram, Meghalaya, Goa, Nagaland, and Rajasthan. Okay, in Meghalaya, Nagaland, and in Rajasthan, cultivable wasteland is found. Okay, largely found. It accounts to 4.3 percentage of the reported area. How much percentage of cultivable wasteland is there? 4.3 percentage. Okay, only 4.3 percentage land comes under cultivable wasteland category. And the last but second one, permanent patches and other grazing lands. Permanent patches and other grazing lands. It accounts only for 3.4 percentage of the total reporting area in India. How much percentage of permanent patch and other grazing lands is there? 4.3 percentage. Okay. Sorry, 3.4 percentage. 3.4 percentage land comes under permanent patches and other grazing land. It means it is permanently using for facture. It means for growing the green grass. It is permanently using to grow the green grass and other grass. Okay, and it is largely found in Himachal Pradesh, Gujarat, and Madhya Pradesh. In which Indian states permanent patches and other grazing land is found in Himachal Pradesh, Gujarat, and Madhya Pradesh. Okay, in Himachal Pradesh, Gujarat, and Madhya Pradesh. So that's why in these states, highest dairy farming is there because they are doing animal husbandry, dairy farming, etc. Okay, because permanent patches and other grazing land is largely found in these states. Okay, where in Himachal Pradesh, Gujarat, and in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, in Himachal Pradesh, Gujarat, and Madhya Pradesh, largely permanent patches and other grazing land is found. So that is best suitable for doing dairy farming and animal husbandry. This is about classification of land use pattern. Okay. Next about agriculture. Agriculture. First, you should know the meaning of agriculture because agriculture is the backbone of the country and belongs to India. Basically, India is a country of villages and it is the agricultural country. Okay, so tilling of the soil for raising food crops and raw materials needed by human beings is called as agriculture. In shortly, the art of tilling land is called as agriculture. Okay, here differently given. Tilling of the soil for raising food crops and raw materials needed by human beings is called as agriculture. It is also one of the meaning and definition. But shortly, I will tell the art of tilling land. Okay, the art of tilling land is called as agriculture. And this term is also extended to include stock raising, poultry farming, dairy farming, beekeeping, fishing, etc. Okay, agriculture means not only growing these crops and vegetables, flowers like that. It also includes dairy farming, animal husbandry, beekeeping, rabbit rearing, goat rearing, poultry farming, etc. Okay. Next, importances of agriculture. Agriculture is one of the most important and innocent occupation of the human beings. Okay. India is a country known for agriculture. Nearly 65% of the people depend on agriculture. The economic progress of the country depends on the progress of agriculture. Agriculture in India is the main source of livelihood. It is the main source of food for the people and fodder for domestic animals. It is a source of national income and revenue. Agriculture supports tertiary sectors like trade, transport, banking, insurance, etc. It also has influence on the political and social situation of the country. It supports many industries they are cotton, jute, textile, sugar, and other industries. What are the importances of agriculture? See, first, agriculture is the backbone of the country. Next, it created a number of job opportunities in the country. Next, it provides sufficient food grains to the country. Next, it helps to grow other industries. For example, agro-based industries. It means agro-based industries means the industries which are depending on the growth of agriculture or the development of agriculture. Like that, cotton industries, jute industries, textile industries, etc. Okay, or silk industries. These are the agro-based industries. Sugar industry also. Okay. So the development of agriculture helps to these industries. When the development of when the agriculture develops in that country, or when the agriculture of a country develops in that country, normally cotton industry, jute industry, textile industries, silk industries, sugar industries will develop. When these industries develops in that country, automatically that industries create job opportunities, number of job opportunities. When people will get jobs, their living style changes. It means their standard of living increases. Okay, when standard of living increases, it indicates it indicates increase in per capita income. When the per capita income of a when the per capita income of an individual increases, it indicates increase in net national income. When the national income or net national income of a country increases, automatically the country develops. Okay, like that, agriculture helps. So agriculture supports tertiary sector industries like trade, transport, banking, insurance, etc. It means in which country agriculture develops, with that tertiary industries also develops. Okay, tertiary industries means service sector industries, health services, education services, road and transportation, insurance, banking, etc. Okay, these are the importances of the agriculture. Okay, just you write like that. Agriculture is the backbone of the country because in India more than 65% of Indians depending on agriculture, and it created more job opportunities in the country, and it helps to develop service sector industries or tertiary sectors like cotton industry, jute industry, textile industry, silk industry, sugar industries. Or you write, it helps to agro-based industries. Okay, like that. And also it helps to increase per capita income of an individual. Next, it helps to increase the standard of living of the people, like that. Okay. Next steps of agriculture. On account of geographical and socio-economic factors, various types of farming are practiced in India. On the basis of what? Geographical and socio-economic factors, various types of farming are practicing in India. Okay, they are as follows. First one, subsistence farming. In that, there are two types of subsistence farming: shifting subsistence farming and sedentary subsistence farming. Then, what do you mean by subsistence farming? Okay, see that a type of farming in which the production of crops is consumed almost by the farmers and his family, leaving only a small portion of leaving only a small portion for sale. Farmers used primitive methods of cultivation, and it is widely practiced in the northeastern states, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, etc. Okay. What do you mean by subsistence farming? Subsistence farming means it is a type of farming in which the production of crops is consumed almost by farmers and his family. It means in order to get food grains for the family, whatever they are doing farming, that farming is called as subsistence farming. Okay, just you write subsistence farming means it is a type of farming in which the production of crops is consumed almost by the farmers and their family. Okay, and leaving only a small portion for sale. It means in order to get food grains for their family, what they are doing, that type of farming is called as a subsistence farming. Okay, it is a type of farming in which production of crops is consumed almost by the farmers and their family. Only small portion live to only small portion live for sale. Okay, leaving only a small portion for sale. That type of farming is called as subsistence farming. Here in subsistence farming, farmers are using primitive methods of cultivation. It means traditional methods only they are following. Okay, it is widely practiced in the northeastern states of India. It means Meghalaya, Manipur, Mizoram, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, and in other Indian states. Okay, other Indian east northeastern states. Okay. And there are two types in this subsistence farming. They are shifting subsistence farming and sedentary subsistence farming. Shifting means exchange that place from one place to another place. Okay. See first one, shifting subsistence farming. It is a type of farming or it is a type of agriculture in which a patch of forest is cleared and burned to be cultivated for a few years until the fertility of the soil is reduced. The land is then abandoned and a new forest area are cleared and burned for cultivation. Mm. Shifting, shifting subsistence farming means normally this type of farming is practiced by some people, those who are living in forest area. Okay, subsistence farming is normally practicing by the people, those who are living in forest area, because they are using that forest area only for their agriculture purpose. It means to grow crops for family. Okay, to grow the crops, to get the food grains or food crops, they are doing that farming. Okay, Here, it means in this type of farming, the people, those who are living in forest, they are cutting the forest area and burning, and that land is using for growing the crops. 3 4 years they can do farming in that particular area up to when the land loses its fertility, and that time again they will leave that area and they go to another forest area, and where again they will cut the forest and burn. They can use that area once again to grow the crops. Again, after 3 4 years, when the soil loses its fertility, again they will leave that area. Again they will go one more place, one more new place. Again they will cut forest. Again they will use that area for agriculture. Okay, that type of farming is called as a subsistence. Sorry, shifting subsistence farming. Okay. Totally in this subsistence farming, farmers are doing agriculture, are farmers doing farming to get the food grains. Okay. Again here next type is there in this subsistence farming only there are two types. Now only I told you shifting subsistence farming and sedentary subsistence farming. Second one is sedentary subsistence farming. It is cultivation of land at a fixed location instead of shifting from one place to another place. Here, in sedentary farming, farmers will not shift their cultivation land from one place to another place like shifting subsistence farming. Here in this type of farming, farmers farming in a particular place. The farm land is not abandoned but cultivated year after year. In shifting subsistence farming, why farmers leave that area after few years? Because that area comes under forest. As per forest policy, that doing agriculture in forest area is abandoned. So that's why only 3 4 years they can do agriculture in that area. After that, they leave that area and they go to another place. Actually, the after 3 4 years, that land also loses its fertility. So that's why they can quit that area and again they will move to another place. Okay. Again they will again there they will cut the forest and burn it. Again they use that land for agriculture. Okay, that type of farmings are called as a shifting subsistence farming. But in sedentary farming, people will not shift their farming from one place to another place, but they will do at a particular place. Okay. Remaining for types we will discuss in next class. Okay. Here intensive farming is there, commercial farming is there, mixed farming is there, plantation farming, dry farming, and humid farming, irrigation farming. Total there are 8 types of farmings are there. Okay. Before concluding today's class, I would like to give some questions. What do you mean by land utilization, or define land utilization? Classify the land used pattern. Classify the land used pattern. Next, what is net area sold and how much area comes under it? Next, In which Indian state? In which Indian state highest forest area is found? In which Indian states highest forest area is found? And in which Indian state least forest area is found? Next, what do you mean by land not available for cultivation? And where it is high and where it is low? Next, what is fallow land and in which Indian state it is largely found and in which Indian state it is leastly found? Next, what do you mean by cultivable land? Sorry, cultivable wasteland, where it is largely found and where it is leastly found. Next, in which Indian state permanent patches and other grazing land is largely found? Land under miscellaneous uses. It includes gardens, orchards, and plantations. Actually, I not explain about this last one, land under miscellaneous uses. See, land under miscellaneous uses means it includes gardens, orchards, plantations, which account for only 1.1%. Okay, of the total area in the country. Such land is more in the states of Assam, Nagaland, Meghalaya, Kerala, Karnataka, Himachal Pradesh, etc. Okay. Next, what is agriculture and what are the importances of agriculture? Next, what are the types of agriculture? Okay. Next, what is subsistence farming and what are the types of it? What is subsistence farming and what are the types of it? Okay. Shifting farming is called zooming in Assam. Subsistence, sorry, shifting farming is called as zooming in Assam, Ponam in Kerala, Odu in Andhra Pradesh, and Odisha. Okay, these are the other names of shifting farming. Okay, what are the other names of in different states of India? What are the other names of shifting farming in other Indian states? Okay, write that. Write the answers and send in your personal WhatsApp groups. Okay. Thank you guys. We will meet in next class.